And good morning for another morning coffee with Marcaida. And today's thought to ponder is a continuation of yesterday because I didn't quite explain the title I put on this, that it will never love you back. And as we defined yesterday, it was a quick talk about, the things that make us happy versus the things that are niceties and the things that are necessities. And going back to that thought, if I may, is the idea that you've heard this conversation or this phrase before. No one in their deathbed ever says, I wish I put more time at work. And it's very true. And these are things that we learn and hear people say all the time. But do we really listen to that? Do we really take time to say, that's very true, but let me continue on with what I'm doing? And part of that is because you have to think about this. It's very wise to learn from your mistakes, but it's even wiser, like they say, to learn from other people's mistakes. So if that's a common phrase, think about that. Somebody yesterday made a comment that's very true. The best things in life are not things. So if we follow that, if we truly believe that it's all about the people that matter, the love that's tangible, the love and compassion we have for others that really are the things that will love you back. It's not things, because things will never love you back. I remember this conversation I had with a friend, and it was very insightful because we talked about the choices we make in life. They chose a particular profession to work in that required so much of their time. It became their habit. It became their addiction. They put so much time into that, and it cost him his family. It cost him his marriage and time away from kids that he will never get back again. And he said, no matter how much I put into this job, if I give myself through it, this job will never love me back. But it's a choice he made that later on he says he regrets. Think about that. It will never love you back. Working, and we say, a lot of us put our time in so much because we need to work. Do we really need that much time to dedicate into something? There's a word that terms they call workaholic. Kaholic means that you're addicted to working, and working can be an addiction. It's one of the things that we can hide behind. Yeah, I put so much time into this. I'm really a hard worker, because sometimes it's an admirable lie that you can hide behind. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to work that hard or put so much time. It's because it's your addiction. It's your habit. And you can you'd rather hide behind that word. But truly think about that addiction of working. Well, I really need to do this because it's a choice I made to be able to provide for my family. I want to give them their best. Or isn't your best about you being with them? If you're truly working so hard for them, but you're not around, what's the purpose of that? To give them everything that you want, everything that's materialistic again. Sometimes, if you could just cut back and learn to budget. Learn to live within your means. You don't need to have all these materialistic things. Instead, cut back on your expenses if it's money that pulls you away from your family, and instead give them back your time. For example, my job right now is taking me away from my family. This is, an apartment that I have for the show. But I make sure to try to balance that when it is my time with them, it's all my time with them. The phone goes away. Because sometimes when you're with them, the habit is to constantly check your phone. You're with them, but you're not with them. Because your addiction to working, your addiction to that phone, your addiction to do everything takes over again. And you're really not with them. So find ways, and there are ways, because it is your choice. You can find the choice to make it a better, life, to understand and truly grasp it. Because no matter what you're truly giving yourself into, ask yourself, will this ever love me back? And the things that ever love you back are usually people, your pets, or people with compassion, things with a soul that can give you back that time. Not everything does. Your job won't do it. Not all these other projects and everything else will ever love you back. And when time is gone, you're going to say, I wish I spent more time with the things that really mattered. Doug Marcaida here, just another thought to go with that. And my cup of joe. Take care, guys. Have a good one.